If you are already a subscriber to this channel, then you may have noticed that this last week, the videos didn't get posted on Tuesday and Thursday like they normally do. Friends, I was trying. I'm so sorry. There's a reason that I put most Tuesdays and Thursdays up on the cover photo for the channel, because sometimes life happens. And this is my very first year that I am really diving into developing homesteading skills intentionally, and that we have participated with our full CSA that is really generous with the CSA. So we have so much food coming in, and I have really been working to preserve a lot of food. That's a lot of work. If you have never done that before, I mean, I always knew it was a lot of work, but it's different when you're actually participating in that. I recognize now the reason harvest season, everybody's always exhausted by the end of harvest season, and you hear people talk about what they're doing and they're like, oh, I'm up to my elbows in pickles, or I'm doing this and this. I get it now. I get it. But I was actually really encouraged, because that same day when I was up until 3:15 in the morning a couple weeks ago, you'll know I'm not a morning person. I do late nights better. I'm working on adjusting my schedule a little bit, because 3:15 is way too late. But when I was up until then, I was so tired the next morning, and I was reading on the 12th, because Proverbs 12 is when I was reading this, and I read a chapter from Proverbs every day during the month. And Proverbs 12:27 says, "The slothful man roasts not that which he took in hunting, but the substance of a diligent man is precious." And that hit me, and I was like, oh, yes, that's why I saw the peaches had to be preserved. I didn't want to waste them. You don't want to waste the food. You want, that substance is precious. You want to steward it well. That is my goal, is to steward it well. And so it takes a lot of work the first couple of years when you're figuring out a rhythm and what you're doing. But if that's where you find yourself too, then friend, keep going. Be encouraged. You are not alone, and it is worth it. And if you've been doing that for a long time already, more blessings to you, more props to you. Way to go, friend. I'm sorry I have not been as supportive as I probably could have been, or understanding, because I had never walked through that myself. And we're just in an apartment with a CSA. We don't even have a giant garden or animals yet, but baby steps, right? So this Thrive market order actually arrived early last week. I feel like this is Saturday when I am filming this. And I believe this arrived on Tuesday, and the box has literally been sitting on our floor open like this because I've not had a chance to unbox it for you. So I'm going to unbox it for you right now and stop chit-chatting. Let's dive in. All right. We have not seen these in our Thrive market order for several months, because my husband had given up coffee and caffeine altogether for several months. Well, September 1st is when he's planning to add some back in, but he wants to be sure to not overdo the caffeine. So daily is going to be our decaf. The decaf from Thrive is delicious, and this is a water processed decaffeinated coffee. I almost said tea, it's coffee. And if you're not familiar with water process, that means that water is the process that they use to decaffeinate the coffee. So if you're drinking just regular decaffeinated, you want to find out how that coffee was decaffeinated, because usually it's using chemicals for most conventional mainstream coffees that are out there. So this is regeneratively grown, organic coffee, ethically sourced, fantastic flavor to it, and yeah, the Swiss water process. I think it's the Swiss water. There's a couple different water processes, but they do that. It's fantastic. The flavor is wonderful too. So yay for coffee coming back into our lives. Then we have some organic India Tulsi turmeric tea, turmeric ginger. I love to use this one in particular during phases 1 and 2 of my cycle. The flavor is fantastic too, though, as well. My husband really enjoys drinking this one too. It's just really delicious. And Tulsi is also known as holy basil. It's an adaptogenic herb. It is fantastic for your endocrine system. And so it's great to drink like all the time. It's good for your body. All right, we got that. Then I'm so happy to have these Mary Scone crackers back. We really probably should have ordered a couple boxes of these because we've kind of gone back to doing our charcuterie on Sundays, either for lunch or for dinner. And we'll do charcuterie and cheese and crackers and such. And we ordered our crackers a couple weeks ago. And we weren't really out of crackers because we had the emergency food stash, which contains the butter crackers that are like an organic Ritz that still aren't healthy, but they would be fantastic and a comfort food in the case of an emergency with some peanut butter, right? These are much better with charcuterie. I'm very happy to have them back. And then, I should have done all the teas at one time. This is what happens when I just reach in and pull them out instead of organizing it. Hibiscus, this organic hibiscus blend, which is it just hibiscus? Oh no, it also has lemongrass and licorice in there. This has been hubby's like go-to caffeine-free herbal tea. He absolutely loves this one. And I enjoy it too. So we have that, and then I have my organic raspberry leaf that gets drank every day for a healthy cycle. It is fantastic. Women of all ages, really, but especially puberty and beyond, all the way through menopause, all the way, keep going. Raspberry leaf is super helpful for women in general. So get you some raspberry leaf if you haven't already. The traditional medicinals is fantastic. If you have a great source of loose leaf raspberry leaf, let me know. Trying to figure out where I want to order some loose leaf raspberry leaf from because I do drink it every day. That I hate using that many tea bags. And I also figure it's gotta be cheaper, right? To do the loose leaf, so I gotta figure that out. Then, in this little baggie, if you've never ordered from Thrive before, they do a really great job packing all of their stuff. We've only ever had something come damaged one time and they replaced it really quickly for us. So we have organic ketchup. My husband is a ketchup fiend. He loves his ketchup. And so as much as I would love to make us some, I don't think I could keep up with as much as he consumes. So we buy it. And this is a great one. And then we have these little organic lime squeezes. I do prefer fresh lime juice, but sometimes when you're going to make guacamole on a whim, you realize you don't have lime. Or if you're going to make a drink on a whim, you realize you don't have lime. And so hubby really likes these for making cocktails as well. And they are really clean. It's just water, organic lime juice, citric acid, and organic lime oil in here. So we've really liked using these in Moscow mules, etc. So then we have, speaking of cocktails, the Q ginger beer. This is fantastic ginger beer. It is made to be a mixer, and it is more spicy. What does it say? Spicy, highly carbonated, and not too sweet. Moscow Mule. It's kind of been, if we want a cocktail in the summer, that's kind of been our go-to cocktail that we've been making at home. Do you have one that you like to make at home? Let me know what it is. They changed their packaging. I like this. I bet you this is more sustainable as I look at it. So we have 2 bottles of olive oil. The question, wait, hold on. I'm distracted because I can't get into this. How do you open this thing? Y'all, this is a brand new package. for this. How do you open this? What is happening with my life? Okay, here we go. I had a very similar moment yesterday, trying to open my very first jar of jam that I had made. Very first thing I've ever water bottle jammed, and I could not get the top open, and I felt like such a moron. Okay, whoa. So I can tell by the feel of this, it's probably more sustainable. This might be like a biodegradable packaging. There's gotta be a better way to open that. Oh yeah, it says something on the inside. Let's see what it says. It's compostable. Okay. This is compostable if you can get it off the products that you were trying to unwrap. Struggle is real. Best olive oil. This is our favorite olive oil for everyday use. We do have a local olive oil company. Obviously, they're not growing their olives here locally in Colorado, but they do make the olive oil here locally. And we love to use them for like finer olive oils and special occasions kind of thing. But for everyday use, this olive oil flavor's fantastic. It's very, very clean. 100% olive oil. It's not cut with anything else like olive oils so frequently are, and they're not labeled with it. So we have 2 of those. I'm not going to bore you and take the time to open that one. That's what's in there. Then we are almost finished here. Actually, this might be the last one. Nope. We have 2 items left. Yes. Okay. Some biodynamic spaghetti. Now, I know that sounds extra. It's delicious. Biodynamic is a type of farming, if you're not familiar with that. It's organic and then some, and this wheat tastes really good. Is it the it's whole wheat semolina flour, but the flavor of the pasta is just really good. And we had some in our emergency stash. And now this time it was me that was guilty of going in and opening that without having a replacement. So the goal is to have a replacement before going into the emergency food stash. It wasn't really an emergency. I just wanted to make pasta. So, all right, then last but certainly not least, well, every time, I don't know how to record a video without saying certainly not least after last but not least. Like, how do you say that without it? Okay. Bulldog shave gel. This is what my hubby really likes. That he has a heavy hand when he uses his body care products. And so he likes Bulldog for the pricing on it. He did try the Shutron and he liked that one as well from Young Living, but he uses a lot. So we went with this one. And that is our Thrive Market order. Friends, if you have never ordered from Thrive Market before, be sure to check out my link in the description below so that you save money on your first order. Don't be like us. I had so many friends who had links. And when we were ready to get started last year, we were like, great, let's order from Thrive. And right after we placed our order, I was like, why didn't we use one of the referral links from our friends? We could have saved money. It is $25 off your first order and get products shipped directly to your door at really great prices. It is some of the best pricing on a lot of these products that I can find places. Now, until you get into your larger bulk purchases and that sort of thing, that's where I love to use Azure Standard for that. But for a lot of these grocery items, it's cheaper than going to the grocery store to get them, to order them on Thrive. They do have a monthly auto ship option. You don't have to use the auto ship option, but you can kind of customize that based on how frequently you want your orders. And for things you use all the time, it makes it really simple to go through and be like, oh yeah, we do need more of that, or no, we don't, and to skip it without having to walk through your whole home to figure it out. So I hope you enjoyed a little peek into here and that you are handling harvest season better than I have been. No, I'm kidding. It's great. I'm excited to have the bounty of food and to be learning how to preserve it. Feels like skills that we never really should have lost in our culture, and that they should be things that everybody knows how to do. So my goal is to learn them and then pass them along as well so that more people can enjoy the blessings that they bring. So until next time, take care, friends. Cheers.